Vegetable farmer Paleza Memani was one of dozens of exhibitors at the Manufacturing Indaba in Johannesburg. Her bold step into agro-processing was born from a need to save her crops and keep her farm alive.
Being in the vegetable production, I was affected a lot by climate change, where I saw myself losing a lot of my produce and having to give it away to people in my community or having to feed it to the animals. And that's where the dream came from, and that's where the vision started.
Agro-processing is one of the sectors identified to grow manufacturing in Africa, but there's still little investment.
Make it as easy as possible for small companies and for manufacturing sector in particular to be able to invest. And that the way China has become the factory of the world is that it's got the entire Chinese state behind it that is making it as cheap as possible to get electricity, infrastructure and everything else.
Cool Crew, on the other hand, a company that produces plant-based children's cosmetics, is an example of what can be achieved with the right government support.
It was self-funded when we started. As people were getting used to the product, we managed to get into like your DTIC and your CEDAs, your innovation hubs, like your government agencies that were able to assist us with the testing of the product, marketing material.
Africa's manufacturing industry still remains relatively small, accounting for a mere 16% of GDP, while elsewhere in the world it's sometimes as high as 25%.
Unlocking regional trade, because that's how you get up the value chain. Firstly, trading with your neighbors, because that inevitably means that you have to go up that value chain, and then eventually entering global value chains.
Despite progress in sectors like automotives, textiles and consumer goods, the relatively small size of the industry is a drag on the African economy. Hopes are being pinned on the African Free Trade Area to boost growth by at least 10% in the next 20 years. But that hinges on good leadership, adequate infrastructure and the right policies for investment.